inequalities, and today we're going to talk about absolute value. That's going to be our main topic today. What you're going to be able to do is solve absolute value equations. That's the only thing that we're going to do today. We're going to solve an absolute value equation. I need to scaffold your knowledge. That means I need to make a connection to what you know about absolute value. What does absolute value really mean? When I say, what's the absolute value of 7? What do you say it is?
7.
So how do you know it's 7? What are you thinking in your brain? How far away from 0, right? So I say the absolute value of 7, how far away is 7 from 0? It's 7. The absolute value of negative 7, how far away is that from 0?
7.
Absolute value means distance from 0. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Absolute value is the big long bars that look like ones, a lot of kids think. And it represents distance from 0. Notice 7 and negative 7 are the same distance from 0. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Important. All right, we're going to solve cases today. But you need to know for these property, there's always 2 cases. There's always a positive case, and there's always going to be a negative case. Always. Because if I were to say to you, what 2 numbers are 7 away from 0, you would say a positive 7 and a negative 7. What 2 numbers are 2 away from 0? Positive 2, negative 2. So there's always a positive and a negative case. I don't know what I mean by here, but I know. Can be positive or negative. I just forgot I was going to write that. Can be positive or it can be negative. And I just talked about that. But absolute value can never be negative at first. Because absolute value never represents a negative answer. Like if I say the absolute value of negative 3, it does not equal negative 3. It can never be negative at first. The absolute value of 3 does not equal negative 3. Absolute value can never be negative at first. Sometimes it will. After you solve, but not at first. Okay, so here we go. Our first example, 2 cases, a positive case and a negative case. This says the absolute value of x is 4. Solve for x. So it's saying what 2 numbers are 4 away from 0? What? What 2 numbers are 4 away from 0?
4 and negative 4.
X equals 4 or x equals negative 4. Solved. When you solve it, you get rid of the absolute value symbol. So I'm saying in my brain, what 2 numbers are 4 away from 0? It can be 4 or negative 4. Absolute value of x is 5. I'm saying what 2 numbers are 5 away from 0?
5
X can equal what?
5.
Or
Negative 5.
x equals negative 5. Those are the 2 numbers that are 5 away from 0.
When you solve it, you have to write equals x equals negative 5, or can you just write x equals 5 or negative 5?
Oh, sure. That's fine. X equals negative 2. No solution. Why?
It's going to be negative.
It can't be negative. This is saying what 2 numbers are negative 2 away from 0 can't happen. You're some kind of distance away. So anytime that it's negative at first, you say no solution. Okay? All right. Now that's not it. Some of you are like, well, sweet, this wasn't that bad. It gets a little bit more complicated. And this is the last page of the day. And then our learning target will be met. So steps for solving. The first thing you want to do is make sure your absolute value sign is alone. That'll always be the first thing you do. We're not there yet. That's going to be tomorrow. And then you're going to create cases. You're going to create a positive case, and you're going to create your negative case. And then you solve. Okay, this is where it's going to get crazy. Now watch. Everybody did good here, right? Absolute value of x equals 6. Everyone said, okay, I'm saying what's 6 away from 0? You said x is 6 or negative 6. So you said 6 or negative 6 is away from, is that far from 0. Same strategy here, darn it. Okay, so I want to know what, not right now, what is 5 away from 0? What inside here is 5 away from 0? That means that I want x minus 1 to equal positive 5. I want inside here to be positive 5. Or I want inside here to be negative 5. That's my two cases. Same thing here. Notice that this just came down and we lost the other. It came down. Whatever's inside there goes down. You create your positive case. And then whatever's inside the absolute value sign, you create your negative case. Now I solve the two cases. X can equal 6 or x can equal negative 4, adding 1. Okay, so again, absolute value means distance from 0. So this situation here, I'm saying what is 7 away from 0? So I know that 7 is 7 away from 0, and I know that negative 7 is 7 away from 0. So what I want to do is I want what's inside there to equal 7 or negative 7. Add 1. Now I solve both cases. Add 1. Divide by 2. So x can equal 4. Add 1. Divide by 2. Or x can equal negative 3. X minus 10 equals 12 on this next one. In my brain, I'm saying what is 12 away from 0? 12 or what else? Negative 12. 12 or negative 12. So I know that I need a 12 and I know that I need a negative 12. So now I want this to equal 12. X minus 10 needs to equal 12. Or x minus 10 needs to equal negative 12. Positive case, negative case. Solve both cases. Adding 10, you get x equals 22. Adding 10, you get x equals negative 2. Those are my two cases. Last one. This is how I do it. I'm going to do it a little bit more fluently since I've been exposed to it a lot. Right away when I see the absolute value of x minus 1 equals 1, I know I have two cases. I have my positive case and I have my negative case. So I say x minus 1 equals positive 1 or x minus 1 equals negative 1. My two cases. And then I solve. Plus 1, plus 1. Okay? That's what I do. So I, right away, as an adult, because you forget this, because this isn't just everyday algebra math, right? I mean, it's a little bit more advanced. So every time I see absolute value, I'm absolute value is cases. It can be positive or negative. And then I make my positive case, and I make my negative